How you doing?
Just chilling. Um, had a pretty bad day yesterday. Some family stuff and that type of thing. How about you?
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I've been having a pretty good day. Nothing, nothing great, nothing bad. Just nice little day. But
Yeah,
yeah, man. I found you in a just in a playlist. Like I try to look for artists that I don't know about, and I'll go to like different types of genres of playlists and stuff like that. And I really liked your like kind of like alt rock song, the one about the is like something about the mistletoe, hanging from mistletoe or something like that. Um,
yeah,
um but yeah, man. So I heard that song. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to this guy, see if he wants to do an interview for the website.
yeah.
So
I checked out the website. It looks pretty cool.
thanks,
Yeah,
man. We just started this month, and whole idea is just help artists get a place where they can doing the interviews. You can explain yourself, and then the articles is like somebody else kind of talking you up, and then a little section where the whatever music that you want promoted can be promoted, in a different space. I feel like a lot of times up and coming artists have like a hard time getting over that hump of having like blogs and interviews and stuff like that because they're not popular yet, but their music is good. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's
I don't know. Like personally, I've reached out to a couple blogs and things like that, but I don't know. So far, I've been more concerned with like trying to get on Spotify playlists and stuff.
yeah.
Uh, but I appreciate that you wanted to do this. I appreciate that anybody would even want to ask me anything. But um, yeah.
Yeah, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your background and what made you want to start making music.
Well, I'm 25. Um, damn, where do I even start? I guess I'll just start with I've been making music probably the past 5 or 6 years. I started with like rap. No, I didn't. That's a lie. I started doing vocals in a metal band when I was coming out of high school. That's
Nice.
what got me started. It was like heavier stuff, and that went for a while. I got in some legal trouble when I was young, just being stupid. Um, and they pretty much kicked me out of that band.
Yeah.
um, and looking back, like I can understand why they would have done that. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to say about myself. I guess if there's anything specific that you would want to know, this is my first time ever doing this, so I don't really know like what you want to know.
Oh, that's fine, man. I'll ask you a few questions. Where you from?
I'm from Florida, Port Charlotte.
We're
Yeah,
Charlotte. Oh, we're
yeah.
based out of
Sorry, it's dark,
Miami.
by the way.
That's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's okay. Yeah, we're based out of Miami, so you're not too far from here.
yeah. When back in the day, I went to the Keys. I've never really chilled in Miami before, but I've heard some good things about it.
Yeah, you have to make it down for sure, man. The music scene is good here. You have like a little bit of everything. So so you definitely, I feel like your style of music definitely has a place. There's a couple of like bars that I go to that definitely highlight alternative rock and like alternative like hip hop stuff, kind of along the lines of what you're doing. And yeah,
For
your
sure.
music would definitely be accepted in the right spots down here. How do
For
you
sure. I mean, they fuck with me. Like so far, I've only played one show as this artist.
yeah,
They fuck with me in California. a
Nice.
lot. Uh, the they didn't even really know who I was when I went out there, and I performed out there. There is live footage of it, but I decided not to put it out, just because I wasn't happy with how the sound system was. But as far as like shows and everything, I don't know. I kind of, just because of the virus and everything, I'm not really like trying to play shows right now. But once it's not that you said that, but I'm just saying like,
Yeah. Yeah, the virus has been something, man. It's kind of thrown us all for a loop. I had so many plans for this spring and summer, and you know, just all got put on the back burner. So, with that being said, what do you feel like you've taken away from this virus, like this kind of pause in life? Have you learned anything? Were you able to like make a lot more music? What was it like for you?
um, well, I mean, for the past 4 years, I didn't mention this yet, but I'm like diagnosed schizophrenic. I've been to the mental hospital twice. I got diagnosed when I was 21. So, oh shit, I just completely forgot where I was going with that. Where was I going with that?
Well, I asked you
What did you
about
ask again? Oh
the
yeah, how has the
virus.
virus affected me?
Yeah.
Um, it didn't really change my life very much. Um, but I know it changed a lot of people's lives, and I feel sorry for all the essential workers. I feel even more sorry for the medical people.
Yeah.
It's a disaster, and I feel that the way that we're going about it as a country is just pretty much disrespectful to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure.
that's how I feel.
With you know, you s- if you don't mind me asking, like, it's kind of interesting. Do you feel like, being diagnosed schizophrenic, do you feel like that affects your music?
Oh yeah.
Is that something that really helps you cope with it? Like, how does music play a role in, or vice versa, in your diagnosis?
I I'll put it this way. I think the only reason that we're even speaking right now is because of this mental illness.
Yeah,
Like if it wasn't for my mental illness, I would not have any of the content that I have.
yeah,
Like a lot of not a lot, I don't want to say a lot of people, but certain people will kind of pick it apart and like overanalyze it, and you know, because of the tragic thing that happened to Lil Peep.
yeah,
um Now everybody that makes emo trap gets immediately, there's like always a group of people that's going to come and call you a Peep clone or whatever.
yeah,
So I've had to deal with that. um I've dealt with a lot of different internet drama, and I don't know, it's kind of just changed my view on like social media and all that stuff. I kind of just try to be as quiet as possible online and just kind of release music and just like, although like I will speak my like, I'm kind of the type of person that I will speak my mind on things when I really want to,
yeah,
and a lot of the time it's like it's not the popular opinion that you want to hear. You know what I mean? Like I don't
yeah.
know if that makes any sense, but
Yeah, man.
um,
I mean, a lot of artists, a lot of the great ones were like that, though. So you got to speak your mind and do what you think's best and what you want to do. There's no reason to like, change or tiptoe around for other people. You know what I mean?
no,
So that's
no,
good. That's good, man.
yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like where you grew up in Florida like influences the music you make? What was the scene like, for music when you were growing up?
Well, when I was in the band, the scene was pretty good. We were our band. I mean, we're still on YouTube and everything,
Mhm.
and it is the music is what it is. But how do I put this? Like there was a band called Dealey Plaza. They were one of the bands that we would play shows with.
Okay.
And I don't want to go as far as to say that we took their sound, but like we definitely took heavy influence from them. So our I wouldn't say that my old band is exactly like unique. Like there are definitely other bands that sound similar to us. But that's with everything, I guess.
Yeah.
But as far as where I live influencing my music, my bad, there's a plane. Let me try to get away from that. Um, as far as where I live, I definitely feel I've pretty much cut off everybody that I used to talk to, like in high school and stuff.
Hmm.
I've pretty much cut all of them off just because my perspective. I feel like a lot of people in this town are like phony baloney, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm just at this stage in my life, I'm kind of over that whole scene of dealing with people that like only want you for a certain reason or like you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure, man. Who's some of your favorite artists that you listened to growing up?
Growing up, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but one of my favorite artists when I was like a kid,
Mm.
probably one of the first artists that I heard that made me really appreciate music was Nickelback.
Okay. That's
I know they get a lot of hate,
yeah,
but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I was jamming their song Rockstar when I was like 12.
nice,
Like,
man.
but as far as like my influences that made me want to make this music, um, there's so many different like indie bands and alternative bands. Let me try to name a few. You Blew It, Modern Baseball, The Story So Far. As far as artists in my genre, I really like Lil Lotus.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I wanna I wanna stay away from. I don't even really want to go towards the Lil Peep topic. But all I'm gonna say on that is just rest in peace, and he was probably the best, one of the best musicians that I've ever heard in my life, and his music it resonated with me more than probably any music ever has.
Yeah.
Um,
You know,
yeah,
from pretty much everybody that I've heard that I've given interviews to that do um this style of music, or even just like like some rock music people and stuff like that, and um there was a producer as well. They everybody says very similar stuff. So, there's haters no matter where you go, no matter what you're talking about. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, man, I feel like majority of the music community would say the same thing that you just said. I know me personally, um, I thought like I wouldn't say that I was like like super into his music like that. But man, I enjoyed everything that he made. I felt like he kind of, paved the way for people who wanted to like talk about certain topics. And like the style of being able to choose your own style, he kind of like mix and match a lot of different things. Yeah, he do a lot of trap beats, but there's so much of the alternative world like influencing whatever he's doing. You could definitely tell that his genre was like whatever he wanted to get the
yeah,
feeling
exactly. It's
across,
like not everybody wants to go there musically, like and emotionally with the dark shit.
yeah.
But for the people, it's for this music is for people that need it.
Yeah,
It's not for people that are you know, dancing along in life, like, you know, just skirting along in life. It's for people that are down on their luck and like really need to hear like that someone else is going through something, you know?
yeah, for sure. That feeling of not being alone a lot of times can be that like that little thing in the day to, help you get through it is like, oh, I'm not crazy. You have a lot of when things
Yeah,
are,
you just hit the nail on the head. Like, yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely, man. There's a lot of times people, um, you know, people get carried away of what things are supposed to be and what other people expect of you, that when you're different you can start to feel like crazy or lost or all these different feelings just because you don't fit in a box. And I feel like this style of music that you're making, I could tell in some of the lyrics and also in a lot of other people that do this style of music, that the main thing is just like, you know, whenever you're feeling down or things are not good, you're not alone. Like there's other people that feel these things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
It,
that's exactly, yeah. And it's like sorry, I didn't mean to, if you were still trying to, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
no, for sure. You came in right at the point. I was done. Like
Oh. But what did you say again? I'm sorry, dude. It's the meds that I take.
it's okay. I was just saying that it seems to me like this style of music, I could tell in your lyrics in the few songs that I listened to that the the best part about it is to let people know that they're not alone and they're not
Yeah.
crazy, that this happens, Like
Yeah, and I feel alone all the time. Like quite literally, I am alone in my room most of the time.
yeah.
But I don't necessarily mind that anymore. And even though a lot of my music is on like kind of a negative note, it's not necessarily meant to bring you down further. Um, yeah, I don't know how to like say what I want to say on that, but
Um
it really is meant to assist people, you know, in any way that they might need it.
yeah, you just letting your showing yourself like that, letting people see like your inner thoughts is like, especially with the way the internet is nowadays, we're able to connect with so many different people. It's like, dude, I know for a fact there's got to be at least one person that heard your song and was like, finally somebody gets it. That's how I
Oh no,
feel.
there's a
No.
decent amount of people like from different countries and stuff. I know you know you only just discovered me, but you know I talk to people in Germany and Russia and different parts of the world that really appreciate um that, you know, they have, I don't know, they just seem to appreciate it, man. Like
Hell yeah,
it's
man.
it's kind of weird that you're in Florida and you, well, I'm not saying it's weird of you. I'm just saying it's weird for me that you're in Florida because normally Floridians don't take too kindly to my music.
Oh yeah. Well, man, I grew up, I was in a metal band myself growing up. Like I grew up on like Suicide Silence, Whitechapel, things
Oh,
of that
fuck yeah,
nature. And then
yeah.
I loved like Bring Me Horizons, like older
That's one of
stuff.
my favorite bands.
Yeah, I love their older stuff, and people might hate me for this, but I loved how they've like every single album is different, and people
Yeah,
might say it's selling out, but to me, like as a musician, I think it's like pretty incredible to make a different sound with each album. You know what I mean? Like that.
yeah. Like at the end of the day, man, people can sit here and say that they, you know, I've heard so many artists say, you know, like I just do it for fun. I don't care about fame. I don't care if I ever make a cent. But it's like at the end of the day, it would be nice.
Yeah.
And it's like at the end of the day, yeah, it would also be nice to have variety. Like I don't think they sold out in any way. They made crazy music, and a label saw it, and they were like, we have to get these guys seen. Like that's I don't even think selling out is a real thing personally.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
it. That's
yeah.
interesting, man. What elaborate on that more, because I feel the same way, but I would like to hear somebody else's perspective on that.
Um damn, I'm so bad at explaining things. But like I think if you're privileged enough to succeed at music, then it there's a point that you're gonna reach as a musician where no matter how much hate you get or how many people judge you or whatever, it's just not gonna matter anymore because there's a point where you become proven. You
Yeah,
reach a point where you become proven. Like Bring Me the Horizon, like you just said, they're a proven band. Like people can sit on the internet and be like, oh, they're sellouts, they're whatever, but they're a proven like quality like band, and they
yeah,
they deserve what they get.
I agree, man. 100%. Do you, yeah, have you seen this this little bit off topic from your music, but just about this. Have you heard their new song and seen their new video, Teardrop?
Teardrop?
Yeah, it's called Teardrops with an S actually.
Oh, teardrops? I don't think I have.
Yeah, they just released a song like maybe like 2 days ago, 3 days ago or something like that, and it's definitely one like I think that is probably their most commercial song, for sure. And the
That's dope.
concept, yeah, the I feel like if you already like the band, obviously, and listening to your music, you should probably give it a listen because the concepts, like what they're talking about, I think would really resonate with you for sure.
I
But
want to show you what's going on my street right now.
what, yeah, let's see it. What's going on?
I'm pretty sure there's like 4 Amazon trucks. Just like I don't even know what they're doing, but yeah.
Damn,
Please
dude.
continue. Um, yeah, I'm gonna check out that song though. What really got me into the song where he kind of like scream sings. It's been so long since I listened to them, but
Yeah.
I forget the. Oh yeah, these colors don't run. I think it's called.
Okay. Um.
Do you remember that song?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that song. It
It's like one of the. I think it's one of their. It's probably years old by now, but that's like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't, I'm trying to think. I know that yeah, like their Count Your Blessings was like the first album and that's not on there. And then Suicide Season, the
It was
second
probably
one.
no. It wasn't Suicide Season. No, it
Yeah,
was like
that uh off of Sepaternal or
yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Sempiternal. That was the album that I heard from them that I was like, okay, like this is a real like they're really trying to do something here.
yeah, yeah, that's an incredible album for sure.
Yeah. I don't even know if the song I'm talking about is on that, but that album I do remember that album like that. I remember listening to that when I was younger and being like, okay. And maybe that's part of the reason that I got into music was bands like that.
Yeah.
Definitely what got me like just like I said before, it was definitely the heavier stuff that got me interested in trying it myself.
Yeah.
But just I think just the things that I've been through have changed my music taste a lot.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think just, as time passes, creative people don't like to create the same thing over and over again. Also, you know, you just want to explore new things and test that creativity, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of it's weird that you say that because there was a guy in town that I don't want to throw shade at anybody, but we were making music together for like we attempted to make a few songs together, and ultimately it ended with him saying to me that all my songs sound the same. Um, so I just think that's interesting that you bring it up because it's like I don't know. I kind of there's certain like I don't know if you know who Mario Judah is. Have you listened to him yet?
No.
Oh, well, he's a newer artist, but he's blowing up on Spotify right now.
Okay.
Um, I think he's got like probably 800,000 listeners right now, and he's got a song with like I think 6 million maybe, or maybe like 9 million.
Okay. I'll have to check them out.
And the thing about him is like all his songs. I'm not even trying to throw shade at him. Sound like pretty similar.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. It kind of goes both ways. I guess it's just whatever you're trying to do as a musician.
Yeah. I
There's
feel
nothing wrong with switching it up, but I just feel like personally, I feel like when you find the sound that you really think is gonna, uh, help you, I just personally I stick with it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
like I
I
what?
didn't I didn't dive like too far into your music yet. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, I just heard the one song and then I listened to the second one to make sure that like it wasn't a fluke. That I liked both of them, and then I went to the next one, gave it a little bit of a listen. I'll be honest, didn't like play it all the way through. I was like, this guy is good. I'm gonna hit him up. And that I could tell that was the same vocalist, but the production and stuff was not the same. The one was
yeah,
like more like alternative rock, and then the other ones was a lot more trappy. You know,
yeah.
so yeah, man, like it. I could tell it was you. Like the
I
vocalist.
also have I have heavy songs on there too.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll have to
like
give it more of a listen, man. Like once I like get into writing the article and stuff, I tend to go through and make sure to listen to a lot more of the artist's songs and stuff like that. In the beginning, I just like test the first few songs, like make sure that like they're worth reaching out to, and then try to learn more about their sound and stuff like after I've done the interview and I'm like trying to write an article and all that stuff.
yeah, bro, you're good. Like it's completely chill. I just yeah, I just figured I would do this. I don't really have anything to lose.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you coming on and doing the interview. You'd be surprised how many people like just leave me hanging or well
No, I know. Like that's kind of why I don't like the internet. Like
yeah.
there's so many there's just a lot of people on the internet that aren't really that real, man. So I try not to be that way.
Well, yeah, man. So I got two more questions for you to wrap up that I like to throw in at the end. Um so if you had one piece of advice to give to somebody listening to this right now, what would that be?
What, my music?
No, one piece of advice for like just life in general.
Oh, for just life in general?
Yeah.
Let me think for a minute.
Mhm.
Damn, bro. You just hit me with the I don't have anything.
No, you don't have.
I still haven't figured out life myself.
Yeah. Is there?
I don't even know what advice to give myself sometimes.
Yeah. I
is,
I feel that, man. I
is
feel
that
you
the
on
answer
that.
you were looking for?
Hey, man, I'm just looking for your answers. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about doing these interviews and sliding those. Like I like to ask that question because it's such a wide variety of what people say,
I
and
guess what I would want to say to someone, it sounds corny and everything, but what I would want to say is that everything really does happen for a reason. I know there's so many people that probably wouldn't agree with that, but it's just over time as I've aged, I really believe that like I've always had trouble believing in God per se, but
Mhm.
I do believe in the universe, and I think I would probably tell someone just never give up on the universe, even no matter how bad it seems. Never give up on the universe because we we didn't we did not choose to be brought into this world. We're just products, and all we can do is our best.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's good advice, man. See, you had it in there. You just had to think for
Yeah, I just had to think about it for a minute, a long minute.
a second. All right, man. And last question I got for you is what are you most grateful for?
My family, bro.
Yeah. Uh,
All day, every day, family.
didn't have to think long for that one.
Nah, like I'd take a bullet for my family. Like that's that's pretty much the most important thing to me. That's literally what's kept me alive. So it's just family over everything. I know that sounds stereotypical as fuck, but
No, man, it's stereotypical for a reason, you know? But all right, man. I really, like I said, dude, I really appreciate you doing the interview. I got like quite a bit of interviews that'll be coming up next, and I'll get the article written for you and put you in the queue. All I ask for from people is to just support the other artists, like even if you don't care, like click a play and then exit out of it if you don't want to listen. Just like the idea is to support each other. Hopefully they listen to your music, and you give them 2 seconds of your time as well. So just don't be a stranger to the website, and you need anything, you got any new music coming out, feel
I
free.
literally release stuff all the time. Like it's
All right,
like
man.
so much stuff.
All right, dude. Well, if you ever need anything from me, definitely like shoot me an email, hit me up on Instagram, whatever. Just yeah, let me know, and don't be a stranger.
Music out on all platforms. Nick is gone now. Thank you for the interview. Fucking, you're real as fuck. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too.